Hey guys, welcome to my oh my god, I talk too fast. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I finally have time to make a video on how I put my wigs on. Now, first I want to talk about the hair a little bit. It's the same wig I used in my last video on how I made the wig, but did it just get really bright in here, or am I tripping? It just got really bright in here. Anyways, I did something for you guys. Now, I could have totally risked putting my life in shambles. Oh, I see it now. Later I want it. Anyways, I could have totally risked my life here, but I did it for you guys because I care. And I pretty much, let me tell you what I did. I bleached and I dyed the hair. Now, I did this because a lot of people have been asking me about the hair, like, oh, is it really good quality? Because the prices are insane, like, as in a good thing, like, they're very inexpensive. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I know it feels great in its natural state. And I did dye it black, but I used a temporary dye, so it wasn't really, like, chemically treated. But I was like, I want to see how much this hair can tolerate, so I bleached it 3 times, not on purpose, but I have to do it to get my color. Then I dyed it twice. So first I bleached it, and then it's processed weird. Like, the frontal got lighter first than the bundles did. So I bleached it, I tried to dye it brown. I was like, oh, I don't like this color, so I bleached it again. I was like, oh, it's not light enough, so I bleached it again after that, and I was like, okay, I don't like this color. I'd have to bleach it this month, so I put another color on top of it. After bleaching it multiple times, I decided to dye it a certain color that I haven't had in a long time. I was like, you know what? I kind of miss this color. If you look at my hands, you can probably tell the color it is. It is red. Yay, surprise. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of highlighted. Some parts are lighter than others, and that's why I used 3 different dyes actually. I used this Manic Panic red, this red from Adore, and then I mixed it with a little brown from Adore just to kind of like get a burgundy tint in the front because I didn't want it to be super bright in the front. I feel like that's very loud. But as you guys can see, the curls are still there. And I was honestly extremely shocked because I'm just like, these curls are about to be in shambles. Like, there's no way they're going to be there after the amount of times I bleached it. But I'm happy to say that they're still there and they still look very, very nice. So that's what I want to say. Now we can do the wig part. I really love this hair, and the hair company, they're very, very sweet. They're very, very sweet. When they first reached out to me, I was kind of iffy because I typically don't like working with newer brands, only because like you just never know. But they're so sweet, you know, and they take my feedback. I like giving feedback, you know, and like to help with the brand, and they're just really sweet, you know. They sent me a lot of stuff to make my wig. The stuff I use in my wig, they sent me all that stuff, and I thought that was really sweet because they didn't have to. But let's talk about putting this wig on. Now, I'm gonna wear a wig cap. I already filmed this video once, but I noticed something that I really didn't like, but I'm happy I noticed it because now I can talk to you guys about it. I have 2 wig caps. This one's kind of lighter than my scalp, where this one kind of matches perfectly. The rims of this wig cap is pretty thick. I don't know if you can even see that. How do I show it? Jeez. It's this thick, the rim. Whereas this wig cap, this stocking cap, is only this thick. So that makes a difference. When I put this one on, the thickness of this, you can see it through the lace, where this one lays much flatter and you can't see it. I don't even remember the brand of this wig cap. I just know that, I'm saying this to say, if you're going to get a stocking cap, try to get one where the perimeter of it, the one that has like this, the perimeter that keeps it tight onto your head, make sure the actual perimeter itself is thin, not thick like this one, because when it's thick you can see it more through the lace frontal. Bam, I explained that. So yeah, this one is like, it looks a hot mess, but I mean, hey, it works better than the other one, so I'm going to put it on. Yeah, I tried to use the other one in the video because I'm like, it looks newer, it probably looks better, but then this one looks much better, you know, and it doesn't look that bad in camera. In person it looks like, whoa, how long have you had that thing? But so here it is. Now, I put my stocking caps, that's what it's called, stocking cap, in the very front of my hair, only because when I put the wig on, it's going to get pushed back anyways by the wig itself. And I want it to be slightly pushed back. I don't want it to be super pushed back. So in order to get it slightly pushed back, I started right here. And you guys see what I mean. So, it's time to put on the baby. Oh, with my wig, I didn't show this in my video, but I do have clips on the inside, as well as, yeah, I actually dyed the closure, but it's cool, as well as an elastic band. I will show that in my next wig making video because I'm finally kind of getting the hang of it. This doesn't look the prettiest. Also, on Instagram, I got a comment saying, can you put the wig in a ponytail? Now, in my wig video, I did not even show this step because I didn't film me doing this step, but I did sew a track on the inside of the wig cap. That way, when I flip it and put in a ponytail, you see the hair and not the actual, like, dome cap itself. Dome cap. Yeah, so I sewed a track on the inside the dome cap. But that doesn't make sense. I'll show you guys in my next video because I plan on making more and more wigs and doing tutorials. So, putting the wig on right now. I just start by pulling the spandex dome cap. It looks kind of crazy at first. I kind of line up to where I know the part's going to be. Don't worry, this is about to get pushed back when I put my clips on. When I put my clips on, I kind of have to move it back naturally to get it out the way. So I put the clips in. I do it very slowly. You have to do it slowly because the clips aren't always good for your edges. Sometimes they cause tension based on how you put them on. So I like to put them on pretty slowly and take my time with it so that there's no tension caused. Is that where the part is? Cool. Now I need to pull this back just to make it lay. Pull that a little back. This is pretty cool. Pull it very, very little back. Like, I like it pushed a little back, not too much, because since my hair, if my hair was still black, I would have it pulled a little further back because my real hair would match with it. But because my real hair is still black and the wig's kind of burgundy, well, not kind of, it's burgundy and red, I don't want to see any of my real hair. So I have that. This is what it looks like when I first put it on. And let me show you guys how I make it look more natural. Okay, first things first is shadow. Now, this would be so much easier if my hair was black or brown or a natural color. I don't know if I've ever seen someone with this hair color like naturally. But anyways, I have to use like a reddish burgundy shadow. And I pretty much get a little brush. And let me get my little mirror out. And at the front part of my hairline, I just add a little shadow. That way my hair doesn't look so thin up there. Adding very little. I'm kind of adding into where the closure is just to make the part look a little thinner. I feel like the less wide your part is, the less attention it'll attract. So if your part is pretty, I also put shadow on like the edges of this, so that way if my hair blows back, you can't see the lightness of the lace. But no, I feel like if your part's super big, it's so noticeable. So it's like I try to keep my parts very tiny and cute, and my natural part is pretty tiny and cute. So, all right. My energy's so low because I'm so hungry. Next step is a step that everyone knows, but I do a little differently, and it's when you put concealer on the parts. Now, I'll tell you guys this. Sometimes, I think it's based on the concealer you use, but I just know I don't like it with any concealer. And that's when, if you put concealer directly onto your closure, which a lot of people do, I feel like sometimes concealer, it's so thick compared to the lace that it just sits on top of the lace and it doesn't blend into the lace, which is what I prefer, so it looks really natural. I feel like sometimes we put concealer on, it may look nice on camera, but in real natural lighting, it's super obvious. So what I do is this: I get a concealer, and I'm using the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and the shade I'm using is, what shade are you? NC42, this shade right here that's like almost gone. And I scrape a little bit and put it on my hand, and I get an oil. And this oil I use is a Dew Glow Mega Thick Growth Oil, and I use this in my hair. And I pretty much put a little bit of the oil in there to dilute the concealer. That way it thins it out and it's easier to work with, and it doesn't, rather than sitting on top of the closure, it blends right into the lace. This is like so genius. I noticed that every time I put the concealer on my closure, I felt like it just didn't look natural, well, at least for me. So when I dilute the concealer with the oil, it makes it so much easier to work with. And like sometimes you can make a mistake by putting too much concealer on your closure. So when you put oil into it, it helps avoid, like pretty much like if you mess up, you're okay. Because it's like you can really build it and not put too much at the same time. So let's zoom in right here. I'm zoomed in. This is what the baby's looking like. And I'm going to get a little concealer. I also don't even need concealer, but I need a little bit, probably in the front just a little bit. And I kind of just press it down. Rather than rubbing it, I just press down. That way it seeps into the lace. I feel like that helps to make it look most natural. Yeah, this kind of stuff is really easy. What I do when it comes to my wigs is like I'll watch, you know, a few tutorials, but rather than trying to copy exactly what they do, I just try to like come up with my own little technique, and it always works out. I'm just pressing it down, and bam! I really like how that looks. That looks really, really great. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. If you see that it's looking good, don't keep adding concealer. Leave it how it is, and yeah. So let's zoom back out. This is coming out really nice. I'm really excited. So next step is this. Now, I'm not even gonna do it because I feel like this looks very, very natural. I just wanna mention it in case, like, say your closure or lace frontal isn't looking as natural as possible. Here's something I also do, like whenever it doesn't come out this nice. I don't know why my closure is blessing me today. And that is lace glue. Now, I will say this, lace glue is not everyone's favorite. It's not even my favorite. I hate working with it. It's very annoying. I feel like once it gets on the lace, it's super annoying taking it out. So I have another alternative that I don't think I've seen anyone do this, but it's actually really cool and it really, really works. It's kind of like a glue, but it's edge control. Now edge control, everyone knows the texture of edge control. What am I saying? The texture of edge control is like very sticky, kind of tacky, and it helps things stick. Well, at least that's what I've noticed. And so what I like to do is this. If I don't feel like using glue, which I use glue occasionally, but not all the time because I feel like it's just too much work and I just don't like it. What I'll do is this. I'll get edge control and I'll get like the back of a toothbrush or something. You just need like a stick. And I get a little bit out and I like pretty much, I didn't want to do it. I get a little bit out. I'm gonna act like I'm doing it, but I'm not gonna really do it because I don't want to mess with my closure. And I lift that up and I place it where that is. I'm technically doing it. And I lift the closure up and I place that like right where the closure is gonna lay. And I put it back down and I press down. And the stickiness of the edge control helps the lace stick to your scalp. And yeah, it's just as simple as that. It's perfect for people who don't want to deal with glue. Not everyone likes glue. I feel like wigs are a protective style, and what's the point of it if you're gonna put glue in your hair, which can technically take out your hair. So if you don't want to use glue, but you want to do something that you could easily do what I just showed you. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. It's really, really simple. Putting on my wig is very easy. I swear the elastic band is awesome. I cannot wait to make a tutorial on that. I honestly just mastered the elastic band because for a while I would sew it on wrong and it would either give me headaches or it'll push this way back. But now that I know the exact placement of the elastic band should be, I can make a tutorial on it because I don't really like using glue in my hair. I'll use it if I really, really have to. And I'm not a big sewer because I like the option of having to take my wig off or being able to take my wig off and put it back on. I don't want to sew it down because I feel like that's too much work. So the elastic band is awesome, as well as the clips in the front. So I really hope this was helpful. My tips are very, very simple. Just like all my other tutorials and my videos, they're very, very simple and just straight to the point. And I really hope that they work for you guys. Let me know if they do. Leave comments below. That's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next video, and bye.